conference will now be recorded.
Seconds early.
In 30, stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mitchell County Board of Supervisors meeting. Today is Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. We have an agenda in front of us. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll move to approve the agenda.
Todd made motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mark, second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Approve the minutes of the October 21st and October 23rd meetings and claims.
I'm to approve the minutes and the claims.
Jim made a motion. Is there a second?
I second it.
Pam, second. Any further discussion?
Roll call, Jim?
Aye.
Sydney?
Aye.
Pam?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
Motion passes. County Attorney?
I have nothing.
I don't see Sheriff. Department head discussion?
2 dates for the next meeting. So next week would be Monday, November 3rd, because of the election on Tuesday. And then November 12th, because the 11th is Veterans Day. Then 12th will also be that public hearing too. That's all.
Any other department heads? Okay. County engineer?
Paving projects are done. I checked on our trucks. It'll probably be January, February. The chassis are at the location, but the snow equipment's being brought in yet. Manufacturers, it's got to be installed and painted. So they're looking at January, February. The bridge, everything's backfilled. They're waiting on bridge approaches and guardrail yet. Not quite sure on that schedule. And so that's about 80% complete as far as the dollars go. So that's progressing. They got about, I think, 25 working days left in the contract. And then we have signed a contract with Purple Wave to sell some of our equipment that we have that's sitting around that we don't use. So, and we'll make sure that when we get that advertised on Purple Wave, that we'll also put an ad in the paper so that the locals can bid on it as well. So.
The stuff will be on display out there.
Yeah, it should be.
Come look at it.
Yep, Purple Wave will come in and they'll do all the description, tag everything, and they do all the work. We don't, then the premium is put on the purchaser. It doesn't cost us anything.
What kind of snow company it is?
Yeah, right.
What kind of snow company you put on the trucks?
It'll be the Henderson equipment this time. So everything's down in, I think, Manchester, I think is where they're putting everything together. So
Are you doing full bench range or are you doing the?
I think we're doing the side ones again.
They work good.
What's that?
They work pretty good?
Yeah, they do. In fact, we haven't used much for benching, and I think as people get used to using them, they kind of like them. They can see better.
Okay.
So. That's all I've got for this morning.
Thank you, Rich. Number 7, resolution setting the date for public hearings on the proposal to enter into a general obligation urban renewal loan agreement and to borrow money thereunder. Looks like if approved, we would have a public hearing November 18th, 2025. Would 8:45 or 9?
8:45. And there are multiple ones, but it would just go in order at whatever time it happens after that.
Okay. Is there a motion to set public hearing?
I will move to make a motion for a public hearing on November 18th at 8:45.
Todd made motion, is there a second?
Second.
Jim, second. Any further discussion?
I just want to say that I'm opposed to the use of TIF for a potential Faith Lutheran Home project and some of the extensive renovations that are planned for the Otrano Park, following a lot of communication from individuals in my district. And there are no road projects at all in the plan this year.
Okay.
Roll call, Sydney.
Aye.
Pam,
Nay.
Mark,
No.
Todd,
Aye.
Jim.
Motion passes. Number 8, to approve rule rep for Osage Library Board. And it looks like through the email, we have Jean Swenson. Their motion to approve Jean Swenson?
I move to approve Gene Swenson for the library board.
Jim made motion, is there a second?
I second that.
Pam second. Any further discussion?
Roll call, Pam,
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Todd.
Aye.
Jim.
Aye.
Sydney.
Aye. Motion passes. Update on Mitchell County Press News, Rachel?
I think it's Dion. I think he's gonna be on.
What's his name?
Chris Nelson.
I don't see Chris, but maybe. Chris, are you on?
There's a couple that aren't identified, but I don't.
The update that I have, he called on Friday, he is purchasing the County Press News. I don't remember the name that he was going to have, but he wants it to be a City of Osage paper. I believe he will start only October 29th, tomorrow. That's kind of what I have. I don't think he's going to be using the column that we've used to publish in. I think it's just an email to them.
I think it was going to be postage Oracle, wasn't it?
Osage Oracle. That sounds right.
You say October 29th, you mean that's when he takes ownership and then
Correct.
starts his business?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, if I see Chris pop on, I could always go back. Number 10, set public hearing date for ordinance number 63 entitled, an ordinance amending the Mitchell County zoning ordinance, ordinance 17, making revisions regarding wind energy conversion systems and battery energy storage systems. And this will be for November 18th as well?
Yes. And put it for 9:30.
At 9:30? Okay.
I move that we set the public hearing date for ordinance 63 for amending the Mitchell County zoning ordinance 17, making revisions regarding wind energy conversion systems and battery energy storage systems for November 18th at 9:30 a.m.
And made motion, is there a second?
Second.
Jim, second. Any further discussion?
Roll call, Mark.
No.
Todd.
Aye.
Jim.
Aye.
Sydney.
Aye.
Pam.
Aye.
Motion passes. Meeting attendant?
I have nothing.
I have nothing, actually.
I had the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention Center. We need to note in the minutes that we completed and approved the fiscal year 2023 audit. They are indeed a little behind, but they did complete that and they wanted to make sure that we put that in our minutes. They have an executive committee that is working on hiring a new director, taking interviews. We also are reviewing multiple policies and internal policies, travel policies, the employee stipends and clothing purchases, vacation policies, and trying to get those all updated in their policy handbook. They purchased a new camera and card reader for the facility and new industrial washer and dryers. And right now, and they also are going to be increasing their rates slightly. But they're budget-wise, they're right on target, maybe a little bit above with legal fees and so forth in the last year, and even coming into this year, due to some of the challenges that they've had. But so that's the only one that I had.
Got a county social service one. It was Zoom again, because it was the only thing we do is the bills yet, and they're slowing down coming in, and it should be done by December with the previous county social service. Then at our insurance meeting, we had to go into closed session on 3 different claims that are going to cost a couple counties pretty good money. And then they talked about surplus, how much to keep on hand. And, other than that, that's about it.
I had nothing.
Public comment?
Yeah, one comment and maybe one question. The comment is in regards to the press news. As the owner of the Enterprise Journal, people have been hearing about this, ask how it's going to affect us, and I think we're pretty different to it. We plan to continue being, the county paper, and we have found that people from all the different towns really kind of enjoy reading about, Osage people reading about St. Andrews, about Osage. But I would ask you guys, if you do have anything that you want us to focus on, because you guys hear a lot of stuff that comes through here, just reach out to Val and the paper, because I was looking for, cool stories that Mitchell County has, and, sometimes you don't want to see what's going on, so you guys can help be a sounding board, but we plan to keep doing what we've always been doing. And my question is, with the Faith Lutheran Home, and maybe just talk a couple of days afterwards, what's the update on that? Are they a goal?
They're in their fundraising stage.
Okay. Do they have any update? Have they been to a meeting, or like how far into this fundraising are they? Are they looking?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know what, I don't know that.
So when you guys are voting on, maybe get ahead of myself, but I mean, will you guys be contingent on a certain amount that they raise? I know they're trying to raise a lot of money privately. But I guess to me as a taxpayer, just, going through the nursing home process, they are very important, but also as a taxpayer, not sure how much we should be involved in it. I just wanted to put that out there, so.
I'll just speak for myself. Everybody else has difference of opinions, but I always want to base it on substantial completion of a project. I don't really want to be sending entities money so that they can put it in their account until they finally do the building. So to me, it's up to them to be successful at their fundraising thing, and then they get the thing built, and then we help them out. That's my thought.
I've talked with Scott on and off, and the fundraising is very slow. He's not afraid to say that. We've funded them, I believe it was 250,000, like Jim said, substantially completion, and that money just sits in the account, and and if it never gets done, I believe that money could go in the future to other projects. So But yeah, it is definitely very slow.
I've been involved in kind of helping get some names, and I mean, again, I think all the towns need them, but the demographics that they're looking at, like, my parents and stuff, kind of hard for them to give money when they know they might need it to pay for their own care. And it's tough, it's expensive, and it's weird how the insurance stuff works, but it's a thing, but I guess I feel that, I want to say something about the taxpayer dollars, I don't feel that's right spot for, but I am glad to hear that you're not doing your due diligence if it happens. Yeah, that's something to talk about, but might be a long ways from that. And also shout out to, again, Public Home Health. They've done.
Any other public comments?
Oh, and the public comments already? I just saw that there was like, you're looking at ordinances, and I've been like looking at other, and I'm not sure about this one, but other communities that have been faced with Bitcoins, with data mining, with all these things like around the country. So I think it really behooves us to be on top of it before we're inundated with things and learning from other communities that, I think I was reading about, like, was in Virginia where they have these huge data mining things, and, they moved in and people didn't even know, and all the problems. So it's good that we're looking at getting things in place before we have this stuff instead of after the fact. I know there's a proposed Bitcoin mine, and who knows what else might be proposed, because those data mining operations, other, cloud computing, that's what I mean, the cloud computing operations, they're looking for places to locate and looking to expand. And who knows, they may decide Mitchell County is a great place. So I think before that happens, we should look at other communities, and I'm glad you're considering ordinances, or I didn't read this one, but I just kind of want to make that statement that there's infrastructure stuff going on all over the country, and some communities have kind of learned from it. We can learn from them before we have it. I won't comment.
Thank you. I don't see any hands raised online. Okay. I'm going to adjourn the meeting at 8:47.
Couple minutes late now, but this whole. So what is this?